Hi everyone, thanks for joining me for another beer review, and the beer we've got coming up now is one that I picked up from a local co-op, and it's from a brewery that I'm certain I've only ever had one beer from before, and it's from Y Valley Brewing or Y Valley Brewery, and we've got a bottle of their Dorothy Goodbody's Glorious IPA. It's coming in at 6% ABV in a 500ml bottle, and if I remember rightly, I paid £2.70 for it. Beautiful label, it's got to be said, I do like that. There's the Y Valley bottle cap. So let's get it cracked open and get it into a glass. I don't have a Y Valley glass, but we'll have a go at it. This is bottle conditioned. It does say don't shake it around too much because of the sediment, but quite frankly I'm quite happy to have all the gubbins in my glass out the bottle. Doesn't bother me. Now I think this is only the second beer, like I say, I've had from these guys. The other one was Butty Back, which I have reviewed. So be interested to try this, try a bit more from them I suppose. Beer in a glass. Looking a little bit lifeless, it's got to be said. It's not a nucleated glass. Sort of golden in colour. Looks quite light, I would say, for a sort of traditional sort of IPA. We've got about half a finger of white head on top. Just quickly on the bottle, if I can read anything, it does tell you the hops. Let me say, store and serve. Store upright, serve lightly chilled, pour with care and leave the natural sediment in the bottle. Ingredients, yada yada yada. Water, extra pale malted barley, flaked wheat, Carapils malted barley, crystal malted barley, Bramlin cross hops, Summit hops, Calypso hops, Chinook hops, Centennial hops and yeast. So there's quite a lot of hops in this. Plenty of hops in this. So, you've seen what it looks like. Let's dive in with the nose and see what we get. I knew I shouldn't have filled that up because I'm going to spill it. We just know I am. Well, getting a bit more out of the bottle, but certainly not getting much from there. There is a very, very, very muted hoppy aroma. And that is about it. I'm not really getting anything from that. I'm not really getting anything. So we'll stop sniffing. I wouldn't say there's nothing in the bottom of that bottle either. So I don't think there is much sediment anyway in there, even if I did get it out. So, stop waffling, dive in, give her a taste. Cheers. Ooh. That's nice. First thing I noticed with that was how smooth it was. Really smooth and really soft. Yeah, really smooth, really soft. The body is decent. Maybe not as heavy as I was expecting. Well, I say not as heavy as I was expecting. It probably is, but it feels lighter than maybe what I was expecting. Very little carbonation in there, but enough just to push the flavours around the mouth. Taste wise, you do get the hops. Although on the nose there wasn't really much going on, you certainly get the taste of the hops there. For me, you hit with that, the hop taste, and then a sweet malt just behind it. And on the back end, you're getting the bitterness from the hops. A little bit of a sort of typical sort of ale bitterness that you get, typical sort of English ale sort of bitterness, along with maybe a little bit of a grapefruit bitterness on the back end. It's got a lovely sweet malt taste on the front. Really nice that is. And like I say, tails off to a bitterness that lingers. It's still there now. It almost gets stronger the more you drink, the more you leave it to linger as well. It really sort of just gets more and more sort of potent. It's not too bitter though. It's just a nice bitterness that just gets to a point, certainly by my sort of liking, is just right. 6%. I don't think you really get that 6% until the bitterness kicks in, because it's got a lovely sort of sweet malt taste at the start, and even with the hops, it still doesn't, that hop taste still doesn't taste sort of strong until the bitterness sort of kicks in. You don't really get that 6% until the back end, like I say. That's a decent drop. I do like that. That's a nice beer. Yeah, and that bitterness just gets a bit stronger. Very much a mix of traditional with a little craft sort of edge in there. Certainly with the hops that are in it. But yeah, for me, that is a nice beer. And it actually makes me want to try a few more Wye Valley beers as well. So, Wye Valley's Dorothy Goodbody's Glorious IPA, 6%. If you see it around, and you like something a little bit more traditional maybe, but just with that little bit more of a craft edge, certainly pick it up, give it a go. If you've had it before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. Thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it, even though I think it's been a bit of a shit review. Look after yourself, and I'll see you on another one. Cheers.